what was it she said? How come white men are always to blame? I'm like, listen. And then they have black friends that come over to the pool and shit. Yeah. I'm just like,
she loves to show her black kids friends.
And the stuff she said to us in a situation where not lots of other people were. Those of us who branched off from DTN. She got issues. Yeah. I don't be fucking with her. I don't fuck with Sylvia at all.
Me either. So. I left when Jerry started coming back. Like when he started. So y'all left. So remember, I would come to y'all home every now and then. When Jerry,
Jerry came back for a minute, Lisa. It wasn't like, and then he had his rooms. Yeah, I don't know about what he
And I even when he asked us to do that room that day, I knew Jerry was coming to the rooms, and I told him like I ain't doing no room with Jerry. I don't have a problem. I have a problem with his ideology, and I think he talked too goddamn much. So. Yeah, I can't.
I never could read him. At first, I really liked him because he was the antithesis of what's the other one's name?
JB.
JB. Yeah. So I kind of fell into that little good cop, bad cop shit that they had going on, and didn't know that was really an act, a farce. But after they broke up, and men are messy. I thought women are messy. No. Men are messy. And after that little situation went down, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be around people like this because it's toxic. So I didn't know that Jerry came back. Good for him.
Oh, girl, that time.
I can't be in that room with Jerry because one thing about Jerry, if he don't agree with you, he'll just talk over you and go to the next speaker.
Mm-hmm. He's very,
but he will create a room with your name in it.
He fooled himself. Jerry is a lot. He's fooled himself. And he loves to, like, romance the ladies. That's his big thing.
He loves Brent, too, though.
He and Yvonne. Is it Yvonne? Yeah, when Yvonne created a room on him about scamming some women.
Is that Yvonne from Canada? April? Yeah. From Canada? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, I was back-channeled and called and told different things by JB, so I really don't know what the fuck went down there.
Yeah, I remember that room. That was crazy. I found myself in the middle. I don't know what to damn believe. But I ain't giving up. I'm not giving these mother efforts a dime of my money on this app. I'm sorry. But DTN, like if Jerry's in there, I might be in there for 5 minutes, but I'll leave because.
Patty, I loved when you came to DTN. I was like, we did Patty. Hush and let Patty talk. Leave Patty alone.
But with Jerry, I can't do it because I remember when he first left and he made a room, and I was like, why would you make a room against the people you were working with? Like, that's just like if me, Lady, and Mel sat up here and said PhD's a liar. Like, or I'm not saying he is a liar. Nobody take that I'm just making up a scenario. Or PhD is full of shit. We had our own issues, and that's our own issue, right? It doesn't mean that you advertise, make a room, and try to and Jerry did that. And it's the thing that's crazy about it is nobody really followed him into creating these
That was the funny part because he thinks he built MM on his own. But here's the thing. The real squabble was between Nelson and Jerry. It always was. Nelson did not like Jerry a bit, even a little bit. Okay? And they brought him on. Byron, it was Nelson, Byron, and Jonathan. I think they brought Jerry on because they were getting too busy to keep it going for hours and hours and hours. You know what I mean? They all did their real estate during the day, so they would hand MM over to Jerry at night. So Jerry, he was running it. And that's what that was. And Nelson didn't like it at all. At all.
And this time go around, and whether I agree with Daphne or whatever, but Jerry had a problem with Daphne and pretty much tried to put JB in that situation. But just because JB will be like, hey, I'm going to create another room because they're talking nonsense. It's like he tried to put JB in that situation. And I think that was like really, I think that's really fucked up. Like, whether they have a relationship now or they don't, and they're just business partners, like, don't do that. Like, don't, if that's why I'd be like when me and Lisa, don't get in our business because we're going to be friends regardless. Because once you get in our business, now we got to look at you sideways. Motherfucker, you chose the side.
Yes, believe me about the clubhouse business. We had our own little problems after DTN. That I don't know what the fuck was really happening to the ship. I was like, what the hell is going on?
So April, I was like, I first originally not. Wait, this is not the room for that. Never mind. Let me go now.
Yeah, we're gonna go on mute for this, Lisa. I shouldn't even brought it up. Yeah, this is some crazy.
I will say I saw Cindy. She took what's the sister name? She took her under her wing. She was like a ride or die for Sam. Cindy, what's her name? Oh, the one from Texas. I know who you're
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Shar. She took her under her wing. I see her on Instagram from time to time. Now she's a real estate agent. Girl, she done left her husband and got her jungle fever, but anyway, I ain't want to gossip. I mean,
Wait a minute, who left her husband? What? Huh? Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Vaughn, still.
Don't do it, Ron. Don't do it.
Do it. Don't listen to Lisa.
Okay, this room is not being recorded.
Go ahead, spill the tea, boo.
Girl, listen, this room not being recorded, right? I will disavow this.
No, we do not record.
I will say this. Cindy really, she seems genuine with Shar, and I think Shar showed up, surprised her when she broke her arm, took care of her, nursed her. She seems to be like a confidant of Cindy. And Cindy seems to have really poured into her and be invested in elevating her and giving her opportunities. I'll say that. Now, what I know is she was married, she had kids to a brother, and now all of a sudden, Cindy had her out to some events and have a bodyguard on her and whatever. Girl, now all of a sudden she with a soy boy.
Are you talking about Shar? Or are you talking about Cindy? Okay, I started to say.
Oh, Cindy with Ray. We know that. I mean, Shar.
I have no idea who she's still with. I don't know. I don't keep up with her.
Cindy with Ray. She ain't leaving Ray.
No, Cindy's with Ray. I'm talking about Shar. Shar's with a soy boy.
But how you say Shar got jungle fever? Oh, never mind. Disregard. It finally hit me like,
What's a soy boy? What is that? Come on, Lisa. You're in New York. When I ask you guys questions, don't think I'm really just... Lisa, I'm with Lisa. I was born and raised in a bubble. I'm telling you, y'all live in my family, and you say, I am square.
I'm with Lisa too. What is a soy boy? What is a soy boy?
I am square as all out. Y'all have seen soy boy? Yeah. Okay. Well, she's sister.
If I'm not interrupted,
is she pale white? Is that what you're trying to say?
I have seen your word.
a soy boy is a boy who eats a lot of soy and it causes him to have no muscle.
Shut up. Y'all have to change today.
Please, quiet. I'm trying to learn here. Soy boy, please.
It's just another name for a white guy.
Your mic is horrible, but are you Caucasian by any chance?
I don't want to reveal, but I'm yellow.
Okay, are they also cucks? Are they cucks? Is that what it is? They're cucks.
Okay.
That's what I've always said.
If my mic is terrible, I'll come back.
You're terrible, so come back later anyway.
It's just another
I thought
name
a
for
soy
white
boy.
boy. It's a white
I thought a
boy.
soy boy was like a vegetarian white boy, not just any white boy. It's like a certain variety.
Yeah, I thought it was a vegetarian white boy too.
Soy boy implies no
Like a
muscle,
Californian.
weakness, wimpy, loser, nerd, nebbish, geek.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Wait a minute, what's a weak
getting some gossip. Why y'all let him in there on the conversation? What happened? What's going on now? Who did what? Shoot. It's hard to follow now. What's
Okay,
going on?
thank you.
It was Sam's fault. It was damn. It was all damn every time.
Don't. Oh, why everybody blame it on me?
Cause you jumped in with the soy boy. I Lisa.
So who's the soy boy? Help me understand.
Char's husband. Char's new husband or man.
Oh,
whatever.
okay. See, I don't know.
Yeah,
these
that's
people.
right.
I think that's just her man. I don't think that's her husband yet.
It's a boyfriend or fiance or something like that.
Yeah, it might be her fiance.
He's Hispanic?
But they've been going hard in the paint. You know
What's
what?
wrong with that? I mean, what's
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But
No,
she left her
nothing wrong with
husband.
I'm just saying she
Char's
got
black
into
and he is
orbit.
white, and that's why LeVon said jump the people.
That's hilarious.
No.
She said, you ain't gonna skip that part.
Wait a minute. Where's the rewind button? I'm gonna find it. Damn.
So I'm like a normal person. So wears Crocs, right? First lady. Which look. I don't believe in violence, but I'm about to ask you, what part of this hand do you want? The front hand or the back hand?
Him or me? Because I can't do
What part of the hand do you want?
Go on mute. We gotta go.
Look,
We're getting to the
I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in violence. So.
We're getting into the gossip, boo. It's social media gossip. Okay.
I'm just saying that she was in Cindy's orbit, and you get caught up in that orbit, and now all of a sudden he's with a unmelanated guy. He had left her husband. But anywho, but the
So
bottom
her
point
husband
was,
was melanated?
yes. The bottom point was Cindy took her under her wing and, elevated her, gave her some opportunities, it seems, and he's a ride or died Cindy girl. But maybe he did some good with her. He seems to be, on a different route, in a different orbit, you might say. But
Wouldn't it, are y'all trying to insinuate that she left her husband to be with this guy, or were they having problems? Do you
She got access to bigger money. She got access to bigger money men.
I don't say that unless y'all know that for sure. I mean,
But we don't know. We just gossiping, girl.
All right,
gossiping.
all right.
But listen, love fit, you must have
For
quit,
the
right?
sake of this space, this is all
Alleged.
alleged. No, not even alleged. This ain't even alleged. This is all hypothetical. They are making up fairy tales. We are in hardcore meta. Thank you for your participation.
No, we're trying to say thank you to your attention to this matter.
Child, stop saying that all the time now. Thank you for your attention to the matter.
Yeah, he's asked.
That's the end. That's how you sign in business. Thank you for your
Yeah, but he wasn't doing that till recently. It's like, is he?
Because he letting y'all know I'm running this business now.
He's on
That's
business
just it.
now. Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else. I'm in charge, and y'all watch out. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Lisa, did you see Elon's tweet? Lisa?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Oh, Elon gonna get in trouble.
What did he do, ma'am? What did he do? Who did he offend?
April, you didn't tell your sister.
What's going on, April?
Trying to figure out what it is, because I ain't been in the newsroom this morning like that. It's 7 a.m. here. The hell is 7 a.m. here? I'm not in the newsroom like that yet.
Yeah, we're not living in.
I saw him tweeting about some kind of new. They talked about a new party yesterday, but I don't follow anyone like that. I don't give a shit what
Out fucking time, goddamn.
foolishness. What's wrong with you, Quantum? Just jump up here. What's going on?
A new party? I think
I
it's
haven't
over.
had no damn coffee.
All right, well, that's not what I was.
You and
that's not what I
damn.
was talking about. Wait a minute, Quantum Leap. Hold still.
Please, April.
Quantum Leap. Damn, hold still. Hey, Brian. Lisa, so apparently he said, I gotta get it because the way he wrote this, oh, shit. What is this? What did he say,
It
y'all?
was long. So you got
No, it was short. It was short and sweet. He said that the time is up for the Epstein trial. And who's gone to jail? No one. Yeah, let me get it. He's taunting Trump, and he's going to get in trouble.
What?
Didn't they say,
How did you feel like that?
Oh, you talking about Elon's? Yeah. Okay.
Nah, he's not taunting Trump at that. That's crazy. They already squashed
Yes,
it.
he is trying Trump. No, they didn't watch shit. Obviously, you ain't watching the news.
Okay. The trial still stands. Whatever he says about the trial it doesn't even have to be connected to truth because it still stands. That trial still stands.
Quantum leap.
Go on quantum review.
Okay.
So here's
Don't exacerbate things. That's what y'all doing right now.
excuse
It
me,
happens all the time.
Lisa.
Lisa, who the hell are you talking to right now? What is going on? Since Dr. AG ain't here, I'm going to have to do the country version.
Well, I don't want to tell her if in fact she not listening. But it says the official Jeffrey Epstein pedophile arrest counter ticker, and it has 0000. What's the time? Question mark. Oh look, it's no one has been arrested o'clock again. So apparently he tweeted this about 7 hours ago. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but it makes me laugh. I meant to hit the laugh emoji because, yeah, you know who he's after, because didn't they say yesterday that list don't exist? Ain't nobody on it. Wasn't nobody ever on it.
He better stop playing. They done deported his ass.
See, this is what I said, First Lady. Elon has to understand he may be the richest man in the world, and I don't even know if he is because I don't care. But in any case, he ain't the president of the United States, and since he be in the United States and get his contracts in the United States government, he might want to sit down and be still, like you say, First Lady.
What the fuck? What? Why would he do that?
He can be thrown back over the wall.
You can speak 1 second.
Will you listen? Quantum.
All right. I'm on you.
God damn, you asked me a question. I'm trying to answer.
Okay, thank you
Because
We're on our view thing, so let us be the view for now, and then you guys can talk after.
No, that's what happens when you let women have free range. Y'all go crazy and just make up your own shit. Like, we can't let that.
Listen, first of all, you asked me a question and you still ain't have the
I
answer.
can be a masculine voice if y'all allow me.
No, I can't take this.
I can be respectful.
I can't take it.
Ain't no men in the view. Go on and go on.
And that's what's missing. Y'all know that's what's missing.
Okay, so let me go ahead and put the hand raising.
Thank you, because I was trying to find it. I got it. Don't you worry about it. I was doing that. That's why I went and paused the way that I did, because I was glitching.
Quantum.
Move to the audience.
Oh, he's gone. But the answer to the question is, he's not the president of the United States, and he's here on his mercies right now. And people tell me, oh, Trump can't deport him. Okay, yeah, y'all keep telling me what Trump can't do, and Trump keeps doing it. Oh, there's the answer. He's gone. But what?
Now, had he just waited a few more seconds, he could have been able to.
But the testosterone was coursing. First Lady, coursing.
But
His veins. He can help it.
This causes premature ejaculation.
Oh no! Don't. Post nut clarity. Post nut clarity. Is that what you're talking about? Post nut clarity.
Therefore, leaving him such in a frustrated mood throughout the day, causing more and more buildup. You know what I mean? Like, this really needs to be studied and examined. I bet
Well, they can come to this stage to examine it because these men all do it all day long. Right on this stage, they do it.
you know you
Come
can't look
on, man. Come on.
See,
Brothers. Anybody out here? Brothers, anybody out here to defend us, men?
For black people. Okay, sir, we can't have a conversation with you because you have already all these preconceived notions. So because this is what you want to think, we're going to allow you to think them in the goo. Okay? We're not going to bring you up here so that you can be abusive to us because you're already abusing us without even having a mic. I'm sorry, who wants to speak?
I'm Peter.
Hi, Mr. Peter Tail. How are you?
I am doing very awesome every day.
That's amazing.
Don't call him Peter Till. Don't call him Peter Till. That's wrong.
I didn't call him Peter Till. Shut up, Dan.
Mr.
You're going to go to the door
Let me tell you a little
because you know
secret
what?
here.
You have repeated offender, and I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense. Go ahead, Pete.
Well, Mr. Dan, let me tell you a little something. Just remember where you came from, a woman, okay? Just remember when you came to this earth, you came through a woman, which is your mother. So keep disrespecting women all the time.
That's a fact, Mr. Peter. I appreciate you.
We has been the most dumbest people in the world when God created women and then understood where we came from. Where you come from? Your mother. Where you come from? A woman. Come on now, people in this world. How crazy and how dumb this is. You know, every single day, people arguing with every single day. I get up for the last 60 years of my life, and it took me 30-something years to realize how stupid I was. And I don't blame nobody else for nothing no more. So I come on these days, my daughter turned me on to this app, and I come on once in a while, and I try to see who and where I can at least cure a few people with understanding, you know?
Thank you, Robert. You know, I appreciate you. I really, Peter, I'm sorry. Peter, I appreciate you, Peter. You know, people think that they have the right to just spit and spew at any given time. And it's just like, just learn how to be respectful. That's all. I didn't even call him what you thought I called him. I was thinking about Peter Cottontail. I was thinking about a children's book. And that's why I said Peter Tail. But, you know, you decided you were going to come in, interrupt, once again, be disruptive, still don't understand that you just need to stay on mute. We done told you several times. I'm not saying that you're not a good person. That doesn't make you a bad person, but it makes you an annoying person. And sometimes people don't have the energy to deal with that. People got their own kids. This is a Clubhouse app. And people choose to deal with stupidity. People choose to deal with disrespect and so on or whatever. I'm not that person. I don't. I give grace, but I technically, I don't put up with it. And I dislike it. So today I'm standing on business. And I'm saying, if you can't get it together, then that's fine. Don't get it together. But you won't be here. And I think that's just simple. I don't think that's a hard request. Y'all think that's hard? Y'all think that's difficult?
Not at all, First Lady. And you
Okay.
do give grace. I'm trying to learn from you, but I don't know how to give grace. I just know how to get in somebody's ass. That's all I know how to do.
I agree with that. I think
It's real easy to do, though.
I think
For
the
some
most
people
patient
it is.
person
For
is.
some it's not, Jamel.
Well, you want to know how easy it is?
So, and then you say people crying. Nobody's crying, sir. And then you have other people, Quantum Leap over here, leaping from frog to frog, spreading his demonic spirits. You talking about people being feminists and so on and what have you, just because somebody's correcting the spirit that has never been corrected inside of you, sir. You had a demonic spirit about you. You came on stage being disruptive. You don't know how to act, and you don't know how to tame that beast within inside of you, which continuously causes you to be lack in life. If you really want me to read you, you see, but I don't tell people what I see because I don't want them to, feel some type of way. But since you want to come for me, you sent for the wrong one. Because trust and believe the God that I serve, he knows all, and he don't play about me. You understand? So, if there's anyone else that would like to be excused from this space, by all means, you can do it now, or
You can get it together, which that's what I hope that we all can do so we can have conversation, because that's what this app is about. It is about having conversation. But most of the time, people can't have conversation because they don't know how to communicate with other people and with respect. So, carry on.
First Lady, that was very awesome. So to anyone who wants to learn about the word respect, just understand this. Every single person on this earth was taught how to be respectful by learning good morning, hello, hi, how you doing, thank you very much. It's called the word manners. Now, how many people forgot about that little thing that we disrespectfully do when we were taught how to be respectful to ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Every single day I get up and I try to, what I call it is undumbing the world. Because people have to understand, if we all went to school, we all were taught the ABC, we all were taught the same exact words, good, bad, and indifferent, how crazy is it that we keep on arguing, disagreeing, and yelling at each other when we're asked a question and all you have to do is answer it? You got a resolution already, but here it is. We're fighting over things that we humans agreed to have in the first place, which is people in politics to run the country, people to give you a job, which you had to have a boss, and then people to pay you after you worked. So come on, we made a world of control. Why can't we start to appreciate what we developed and then make it easier on each other instead of disagreeing?
You lost me on the last few comments. So one, you could own your own business if you don't want to be under control. Number two, you do need a situation where your voice should be heard, right?
Right, your voice is always heard. That's the problem. Everybody has a live and truthful notion of everything that they've been taught. It's all that the reasoning is this. We've been taught you have your own opinion. Now listen very carefully, okay? How is your opinion when you were taught it from someone else who gave you everything that you know today? How is it that anything that you want to learn, you have to teach it or be taught from someone else?
Or learn it on your own.
You can never learn it on your own, never, because you're going to read a book. A book is going to have the information you need. You can't learn it by yourself. There's other people that were here before you got here who made the information available. So how crazy is it that you're going to talk about you can learn something on your own? Did you make yourself, bring yourself in the world? Did you go to school on your own?
So trial and error is a method to learn things on your own.
There's no trial and error when it's already got an answer already. Listen, brother, you went to school, you were taught the alphabet. The alphabet has every word in it. If you want to start out from where you began, from your mother, you had to be taught how to say mommy and daddy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had to be dependent on something or someone to teach you what you know. You cannot teach yourself knowledge that you were taught from your parents.
Alphabet has letters in it, not words.
All right, so let's get back. This is a political room. I definitely appreciate the segue. I think that is important for us to actually start building on our communication skills, because the more that we can communicate here, then we'll be able to communicate outside of here. Reaching and teaching someone, it is our duty if in fact you believe in humanity, if in fact you still continuously believe in empathy. And that is what I feel like the world is lacking today. Nobody has any kind of empathy. I'm not going to say nobody, but the majority of people are lacking in that area. So as we continue conversations, let's just try to keep those things in mind. Try not to offend people, but also try not to be offended. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to let certain things just go. Sometimes, not all the time. But anyway, so we were talking about, what's his name? Elon? Anything else? Anything else new? Mr. Musk, yeah. Hey, Your Honor. Hey, Patty.
I did have an article I was going to play, or a video. Let me look for it again.
Everybody enjoy their weekend? Can't believe it was just the 4th the other day. Oh my goodness. It's already the 7th.
First lady, I have a question I want to propose to steer us into the potential negative effects of DEI pursuit that the administration is pushing us towards. But hey, my mom raised me right, so I'm just asking for permission to see if you can let me in. Okay, I got thumbs up. So I was talking to my wife about this, and it's more of like a thought experiment, but given the activities of, and I'll make this short, of DEI, they're saying like, oh, there's a lot of discrimination against white people, right? So part of me now is looking at, matching that up with what happened, was that the civil rights movement afterwards, the desegregation. Black kids were able to kind of go into these white kids' areas, but into schools. But what happened was it caused one of the highest purgings of black teachers in America, right? All of a sudden, like a lot of black teachers kind of like lost their jobs because all these black kids were going into these white schools. So I was thinking about this in the sense that if this DEI thing is complaining about how white people aren't being hired, right? And there's some discrimination, will that have a negative ripple effect on, let's say, other companies, even private businesses, smaller businesses, migrant businesses? Meaning, I know if I go into like a Chinatown or a little Ethiopia, usually everybody's staffed by their people, right? Could it be that this kind of DEI initiative will potentially force these smaller businesses to say, if you hire people, you got to make sure you hire, quote unquote, some white people. Because if not, you're about to get sued and you might lose your business license. I'm just saying, you think that that's a possibility? You think that this DEI kind of approach will boil down even to that lowest kind of denominator? And I'll open it up for discussion.
I'm sorry. I was listening to these videos trying to figure out which one to play. What was it?
Well, I never worked in a place where it was all black people. I've always worked around white people. So I don't know why that would change now. Like, I don't know that a lot of companies just only hired black people. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's nothing that has to change. I think they just continue doing what they're doing. Now, there might have been some companies that did that might need to focus on not wanting to appear, which then to me seems like that's an affirmative action kind of movement in itself. So I don't know. I think it's a complex question that I personally wouldn't be able to estimate.
Right. Okay. I'm just thinking about that because it would be a shame if that did boil down into that area to where, you know, me as a black business owner, if I want to, let's say, go into the cannabis business, if I want to, go into my neighborhood and I'm like hiring a bunch of my people, all of a sudden, I have somebody who lives in like an adjacent neighborhood that says, well, I want to get into this business and I want to work for you. And I was like, well, maybe you're just not a fit. But then they come back with a lawsuit to say, well, you didn't hire me because I'm not black, because everybody you hire is black. And so I'm going to try to sue you for discrimination as a white person, right? Like, I don't know if that could happen. And because of this DI thing, when there's a big push toward white employment issues, like that might be an issue coming up in the future. So, and that basically forces me, which is probably okay to diversify, but to be pushed in that area based on a lawsuit. It just seems like it's in the realm of possibility. Maybe that's too much of a complex question. I don't know.
I mean, that's how the law has worked for years and years. Like, if you deny someone a job based on their race, whatever that race is, it's discrimination, excuse me. So that's already been the case. Now, the question of how it gets enforced is a different question altogether. And given that this administration basically canceled all pending civil rights cases, it's pretty clear who they're going to fight on behalf of and who they're not going to fight on behalf of. So I think it's a very reasonable concern.
All right, so the argument isn't too far-fetched. Okay, I just wanted to see if...
I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with, what was it called? The Fearless Fund? Where they were trying to invest in black people. Or was it just black women? I forget if it was all black people or just black women. But they basically, went out of their way to attack it. And the government supported that. So...
And this is what I'm saying. If that is an example of what, if that's a case example of a situation that could arise and you have a very specific result, could that potentially just set the precedent for, hey, if you're a minority business and if you're not hiring in proportion or ... white people specifically, that you might be subject to a lawsuit. And all it takes is just the right person to step up, I hate saying this, but the right Karen to step up and be like, well, this is not fair. Then all of a sudden, that business is either forced to shutter, reevaluate, or is just challenged unreasonably for the legitimacy of that business based on the fact that, I can't hire enough of my people. So, I don't know.
And that's kind of what I'm saying, though, is that I don't think you're like talking about the future right now. I think you're talking about right now. I just think that most minority-owned businesses aren't high profile enough that they get a lot of attention, right? Like Fearless Fund got attention because it was a much bigger deal. I think there was tens of millions of dollars in that fund, or maybe even more than that. And so it was arguably one of the most high-profile minority-run businesses in the whole country. If you're talking about something that's not on that scale, like I just don't think it's going to get the same kind of attention. The same way where like when they're going after nonprofits, they're not going after like a small community organization right now. They've been going after like the Vera Institute, which is, I don't know, they probably have like a 8-figure budget a year, probably 50 million or something like that. So they're picking and choosing who they're going after based on popularity and size and the spectacularness of what happens after, but it's already happening. And I'm actually like, surprised that there hasn't been more discussion of what's gone on at the Civil Rights Division of the DOJ. I think it's gotten not a lot of attention, mostly because there's just so much going on, like it's hard to focus. But they basically just ended civil rights enforcement. And even to your suggestion, like they've even turned it on its head. So civil rights protection now is like for the majoritarians, right? Like for white people, for men, and it's not for the people it used to defend. So like, well, I mean, just as one example, like all the what do they call it? Something decree. I forget the first word, but basically where they consent decree. So basically where the police departments that were super, racist, for example, were having to, basically work with the government to make sure that they were following the law. All of that's canceled. Like none of those exist in the country. Like that should be a big deal, but it's just been kind of glossed over.
So I guess on a higher level, if I were to kind of reposition it into a certain, I don't know, business, market, lateral, whatever, Donald Trump during his first administration, he went to Silicon Valley and he made a comment which kind of terrified me. He said something like, "Where are all the white people? This place is just filled with Asians," right? And people kind of brushed that off. But for me, that was another dog whistle, right? Saying that he doesn't like the current makeup of the tech industry as it is, because what he felt was not enough white people that he saw, right? So for me, that suggests that, okay, if this is a dog whistle, all it takes is for, let's say, a white disgruntled programmer to say, you're hiring just a bunch of, Asian people, and you're not hiring white people, you're not hiring enough of them, I'm going to sue you for that, for discrimination. And that's, again, turning it on its head. And I think that for a large industry like that, for a large company like that, it would qualify to say this will make enough noise that they can kind of, on behalf of white people or white programmers to shake things up. And so I'm anticipating that might happen very soon. And what we just saw was on a nonprofit level. I think it's going to affect the tech industry very soon. So just food for thought.
I mean, it already is, my man. I mean, think about the tech industry, right? One of the highest percentages of immigrant workers of any industry we've got. Are you really trying to bring your family to the U.S. right now, given its approach to immigrants? Like, just that chilling effect alone is a really, really big deal. Like, do they have freedom of speech right now? Like, would you want to be an immigrant or the family member of an immigrant and speaking out publicly? I mean, the stakes are high, and like you could lose that job. And also, there's people who are just having their legal statuses revoked, people who are just, legally here, going on honeymoons and coming back and getting detained for 140 days. I mean, those things are leading to people not coming here. Not to mention, for the tech industry, that there's just a ton of grants that have been ended. So there's a lot of these like SBIR grants that came out of various agencies. Those are, basically impossible to get at this point for many, many people. It's like slowed down a ton. Was that?
SBR, what was that called?
SBIR. They're like basically they're for de-risking research. So if you have like an idea that you think might work, you can apply to but it's like kind of a reach. You apply to the government, and if they think that it's both a substantial enough advancement in a given technological field, and it's like they think that it actually has a shot, you can get, it's like it's like 3 million in total over time. Like it starts at like 500,000 is the first grant, and then it's like $1 million, and then another 2 million or something like that. I was thinking about applying to for my own business, and like I just basically assume at this point it's out.
Okay, so you're saying things like that are just being pulled away, as well as other kind of research based in that field. So the field is being defunded, basically. The tech field is being defunded.
Yeah, exactly. And also, there's just a number of parts of just living in the U.S. as an immigrant that is very hard. So when you're talking about the tech industry, there's a lot of people who come here. Like I live in the Bay Area, right? Like there's a ton of people who come here to be programmers and entrepreneurs from all over the world. And it's just a lot harder to live right now, or at least there's a lot of reasons worried. And like if you're on an H-1B, do you think that H-1B status is going to be expanded, maintained, or contracted? Like the way that they're moving right now around immigration, right? So like, so now if you've got a chance at having a job out here, and it's like I don't know, $140,000 a year, which is a great salary for anyone in the world. But you don't know if you're going to get kicked out. And like your kid that's in school, it might be like overnight that you got to go. And that opportunity back home for $70,000 that's stable might sound a lot better. So there's just a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And yeah, I mean, just the way they're moving is a deterrent to people, in my opinion.
So, okay. So the second part of this question that I asked about, like the reverse discrimination, the implementation of being, of actionable reverse discrimination, like enforcement, right, is, okay, if a white person's trying to get in, they don't get in, and they sue, then I know that there is a sentiment inside of the tech industry in particular, where some, let's say, non-white people that are of, I don't know, like either Indian or something like that. I think I've heard it more specifically in the Indian population, where they are clearly qualified to advance in the company to go into management and even upper management kind of areas. But then yet there has been a lot of complaints that is not happening, and that there's a lot of kind of roadblocks and deterrents to seeing those mid-level, like say Asian Americans, rising up into the higher echelons and C-suites of larger tech companies. Now, some people have even gone out to have formal complaints and have gone to lawsuits, right, in form of discrimination, right? So I'm seeing this from two sides. One, if white people are trying to get into the tech industry, they could be sued, and then those that are inside currently, they're trying to move up, they can sue. What I am seeing, and my gut tells me, is the ones that are non-white, that are minority, that are trying to move up, probably either be devalued, pushed off to the side, or removed, and the ones that are focusing more on white discrimination will be promoted, showcased, and approved and moved forward. Thoughts on that? Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that even makes sense.
I mean, my thought is, I assume in our society that in general what you're saying is true. It's less true in the tech industry. I mean, there's a lot of advancement by non-white people, and really specifically Asian immigrants and Asian Americans within the tech industry. Now, there's a lot of complaints from black people about the tech industry for sure.
Larry, you missed Simon. Simon was in there earlier today.
What was it?
Yeah.
Detective Lee was in the room?
Yeah, they were both kicked out of the Bitcoin room because they're both retarded.
That's I don't get
Lou is the one that lasts the most in those rooms.
You're the first woman to ever say that. I'd like to send you a medal.
About what?
Congratulations.
Does Lou last long yet?
Oh.
Do you still not get it? There's no response to that. That's a get it. I mean, I don't even know why Simon would go in those rooms. He, like, there's nothing, I feel like there's nothing he's gonna agree with the Bitcoiners.
No, it's just that he got, I don't know if he knew John from before or what, but he started, like, bickering at them. And then they kicked them out. Both of them.
It doesn't sound like Bitcoin is something like, it would be effectively government interference with, like, the government bought Bitcoin and caused the price to go up, something retarded like that.
What, sorry, say that again?
Why did he not like, why is he against Bitcoin?
I think because he doesn't understand it.
Well, okay, but I mean, that's usually the case. But, like, why did, like, what principle does it violate?
None, but that's why I say it's because he doesn't understand it. Or he doesn't understand the principles or philosophical part of it. I sent him that same thing that I sent you, Lou, from for the Austrian School of Economics, University, whatever, the thing that they're going to do it that week. And he's like, oh, I'm definitely going to look into it. I know he's not.
Well, I mean, look, if it's
but it would be good if he looked into it.
Yeah.
Are you guys still talking about these universal injunctions?
Who is this, Edmund?
Yeah, sorry. I actually have a cold, so I might sound.
Oh my god, me too.
Also, Lou has yellow fever.
Yeah.
David also has alcoholism disease to contend.
Who?
David, but we deal with all due respect.
Yeah, I've been sick for like 10 days. I don't know. This cold was very weird.
You know, my sister got it too. She said she tested positive for COVID, and so did my mother. But then they tested themselves again, and they didn't have the COVID. I was like, maybe you're addicted to testing themselves for COVID.
You see, maybe they should have
I
that.
don't think it's COVID. I had COVID back in the day, and it felt completely different than this. It's not COVID.
Edwin, maybe they should have got the vaccine.
Maybe
I didn't get the vaccine.
Extra bottle of vodka this week. And actually, how many big bottles of vodka do you have?
Define big.
I only have one. It's always one just in case.
Yeah, I got a friend like you, and the first thing he did when he picked me up at the airport was he took me to the liquor store and he bought huge bottles of vodka and he put them next to like 10 other huge bottles of vodka. I was like, what the fuck is wrong?
Maybe he's a collector.
No, he's an alcoholic. It cost him 2 marriages and $1 million.
I mean, it could get worse. It could get to the hiding the nips everywhere they go. Let's see that.
You could also be on social audio just like slurring your words and really saying nothing, like you have brain damage.
I remember my friend's roommate, he hid a bottle of Jack Daniels in the top of the toilet. I went to Hospital one day and I was like, what's going on with this thing? I opened up the top thing. It's like, there's a bottle of Jack Daniels in here.
Where do you keep yours?
Have you ever been to the doctor for a day to tell you if your liver is damaged or something?
That's not nice.
No, I know. I don't. I'm not trying for it to be nice. I'm asking a fact. I'm asking something real. Because you drink a lot, dude. And you do whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to do anything. But yeah, I'm just curious if you have ever tested your liver.
There's consequences if he doesn't test it.
Well, yeah, because there are consequences. I'm not telling him not to.
I feel like you're cheating on him.
I'm not telling him not to do it. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to kill himself, by all means, go for it. But all I'm saying is that if you drink that much, do you at least keep like track, like a medical track or whatever, that you can make sure that you're okay? It's like if I were a smoker, I would, I don't know, like,
well, you shouldn't
make sure I don't have emphysema or something, right?
Smoking is like a fear.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
You say you smoke when you drink too, so you really shouldn't grow stones.
I don't smoke.
In Guatemalan house.
Yeah, I smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a year. It's amazing. And I've drunk 3 drinks this year, and we're in July.
Well, what's the fun in that?
That my liver is doing great.
Not necessarily. Other things can affect your liver.
Yeah, well. I don't have cirrhosis, at least.
Like, if you eat like, bad foods, your liver has to work on that too.
That's true.
You see?
Well, the simple countries I hear it could also have an impact. Respectfully.
Yeah, it could be genetic.
Of the Guatemalan people, but we're gonna have to.
Okay, keep drinking. If you just want to turn a blind eye to it, by all means, go ahead. Be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest.
He's twice as good when he drinks from his perspective. He sees things from multiple angles all at the same time.
Yeah, and Lou's my consultant. Whatever he says goes.
That's right, I mean, a good friend. I wouldn't tell him to kill himself, but I'm not in his will.
Well, you never know. Maybe one day.
I like how either wasn't dying on the low. I'll tell you what to do. I'm not saying that. If you want to kill yourself, go for it. Oh, that wasn't nice pizza.
No, go for it. Like, if he wants to do it,
Now this is encouraging. This is encouraging him to do it.
That's right, so I still like to.
Listen, he can do with his ass a candle holder if he wants to. I don't care what he does.
Well, there's no limits. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I was just curious if you keep track of your medical state, if you do that.
Well, I care about you, Issa. So, like, if you were smoking 3 packs a day, I'd be like, Issa, you should stop doing that.
Well, I
wouldn't say, keep smoking, enjoy all your cigarettes. I wouldn't do that. Maybe I'm too nice.
I care about you, but what are you going to do when I tell you? No.
I mean, David, I hate to even bring it up, but it's like, I record on this app, I don't know, 12 hours a day.
No, more than that.
And, I have friends, I don't know, God bless you, do well. But, I mean, aren't you just wasting your life coming on this app shitface? I mean, coming on this app sober is already a waste of one person's life. But to come on here drunk and just slobbering and, just, it's so stupid, David. I mean, do you think you have brain dead?
I mean, I have 2 PhDs.
Well, it's better to come on that than to happen to come.
Yes, my friend, you are correct. Indeed, his idiocy is quite discernible due to his alcoholism. However, the alcoholism is a verifiable excuse for the deviant idiocy you see before you. What, pretell, is your excuse?
You know who you kind of sound like? That's right. Is King Joffrey from that HBO show.
Were you calling him an idiot?
So,
That was rude.
Issa, I recorded about an hour of Universal Injunctions in the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, and then I was like, okay, I can't listen to this anymore. You know, Meyer's Bluetooth wasn't working. And so do you think you could compress 1 hour of what you actually just spoke about in maybe just a couple sentences?
I don't think so.
Yeah, stop being an asshole.
Running through AI.
I don't think so because I'm a woman. I don't have the capability of compress.
Right, she's gonna make.
She has the smaller brain.
What do you do?
Like I said, how many times a day do you think you say the word?
I think he left.
11.
Is that right, Edmund?
Yep, that's correct.
You know what's amazing is I have so many YouTube videos up now that go back many years that, you know, it automatically generates suggestions to watch. And if you listen to what people were saying 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it is literally word for word the same thing that they're saying today, yesterday, very recently. So, I mean, we're just like repeating ourselves for years now. Doesn't anyone here think that's hilarious?
No, expecting a different outcome?
Is that the definition of insanity?
Okay, but you don't have to answer that. Oh, by the way, Edmund, I don't know if this is real, but Doc was like very nonchalantly talking about how he killed some guy 2 weeks ago, and I kind of believe him the way he was saying it. You might want to remove
Wait,
that.
who is saying what?
Yeah, Doc was like nonchalantly with the other day. It was just like,
Yeah, but Doc is another one that gets drunk and he doesn't even remember what he's talking.
right. That's why I'm like concerned. Maybe he did kill someone. I mean, it's just like,
Well,
oh.
he was in the military and he always talks
No,
about
it was very specific that it was like
Vietnam
2 weeks ago at the crossroads in Georgia. I know he's been to the military.
Yeah, I don't know. But, Doc is someone that I don't necessarily believe anything he says. And also he's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, and I haven't texted or called him, and he said he was taking a break from the app. But, you know, he has severe alcohol abuse disorder, and if he said something, I mean, it could be true, it could be fake, but I don't give any credence to what anybody says on this app. I just record what people say, and I let that stand for what they say.
Do you think that the U.S. has got, I don't know, like the other day I was talking with my sister about a potential job in the U.S. and she was telling me, no, just stay in Europe. Like the U.S. is just full of crazy people. Like they got a lot of people on antidepressants and there are like really crazy people. It's like not safe, right? And I was thinking about it and I'm like, actually it might be a country where I hear the most mental illness, pandemic or whatever you want to call it, or endemic, in the world. Like I don't hear any other country with so many mental diseases. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's wherever the highest level of lack of education, poverty. I mean, you can go to indigenous. It's all a bell-shaped curve. You could go to the Amazon, go live with a tribe, and you could diagnose 20% of the people in the tribe with having mental health disorder?
I don't know, dude, but the U.S. is treating everyone with antidepressants and a lot of
I don't take antidepressants.
things. Like if somebody is anxious, they put them in medication. If somebody is like not too anxious, they put them in medications. Like it's super medicated country. And I see a lot of like mental disbalances more in the US than in other countries. Oh my God, David! Jesus Christ!
Be nice. Be nice. I represent David the next 7 minutes.
I don't care. Then you're gonna go with him.
Where? Where do you think I'm gonna go?
Wherever he goes.
That's okay, Lou. We'll go together.
You and I collide.
This is the reason why they were kicked out of that room today.
But even you can admit that it was a little aggressive with the Bitcoin. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, it was. You triggered him. I wouldn't have kicked you out for that, but you look.
And she's not on any medication, and her therapist has cleared her, so she's not crazy, David. Maybe she's being reasonable. I don't.
Anyway, like all I was saying is that in the US, I think that there is a lot of mental illness compared to other countries in the world. And actually, let me ask Chuck.
Mental illness is accelerating at levels that are incomprehensible because of literally cell phones. I think cell phones are the biggest problem going on in society, and I can prove it by just observing people at the gym and how they interact with their phones, and you can tell they're depressed, head sunken, sitting on a leg extension press, and they're sitting there looking at their phones for 15 minutes. So the time suck really ruins your productivity and thus impoverishes you, ruins your social communication capabilities. The cell phone literally is the mama and papa of today. It is the government in a way, and it is destroying people's lives. Everything is through the cell phone now. Like you can't exist in like in a positive, superior way without these insane like satellite devices that are technically already implanted in you. Like they're inseparable. It's one to one at this point.
That's like you are guns on people.
All I heard you say was the Jews are doing everything. I'm sorry. That's all I heard you say.
This is not mental illness. This is mental retardation. It's slightly different. Go ahead, Simon. Welcome.
Simon coming in hot.
Yeah, dude, like, how did you get that not wrong?
Yeah, I mean, like all I heard.
It means like a super pro Israel.
No, I mean, like logically, that's what he was inferring to. Just Jews are causing a bunch of mental illnesses.
Man, you're crazy.
Very anti-Semitic.
I don't know if you think that's funny, but it's not, and you're pathetic.
Yeah,
What are the type of medication called? IRSS or IRSR? What is it called?
Sleeping in the other.
RSI, or, yeah, no.
SSRIs.
Yeah, you got it. You read it right off the pill bottle. What does it stand for? Like
Something like slip serotonin. Reuptake inhibitor.
Red Room.
So I'm designing my campaign website right now using Wix. Is that a Jewish conspiracy?
Yeah, it's called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Who is speaking, please?
Kelly. Yes, we can.
Oh, you're still alive?
What do you mean? She's been here all the time.
If Kelly's been dead for months, let me tell you that.
She doesn't hang out with you.
I used to roast her in her rooms when she would scream at people because she sounded so obnoxious and horrible.
Hey,
I don't know if you know.
That's not nice.
No, I just think she's based, and the only the weak men don't like her.
Communicate without causing migraines. That's my opinion.
Yeah, the leave quietly button is pretty good.
Yeah, I put
It's available for you. Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Stop at this thesis room. Please.
We're trying to make money.
Anyway,
It's giving me a migraine.
Yeah. Do you get to go into Roger's rooms now, Edmund?
I've been recording. Roger doesn't seem to care either.
Roger
Oh, Roger's
doesn't
very
like you
pro
at
you
all.
right now, actually. No, he's shifted. No, I'm jumping on.
Roger was trying to think the other way of how to get you out of there.
No, since they went with this anonymous feature, Roger's like, well, now he's like inherently sort of a net positive. And this feature's stupid, so.
Recording Amir, the potential terrorist and terrorist supporter, and Edward, and I did report them to the FBI in Detroit, and so, you know, he praised me for that.
I think that's a weak one, though, because it's to just find a Muslim. That's a potential
No,
terrorist.
you didn't.
You know,
Oh, I do. You can see it on X. It got like thousands of impressions. And I have people posting my home address in my YouTube live, and you know, questions. I was also called a super troll yesterday, and that I control the internet. I thought that was very funny.
Well, deep state patriots, I mean, they are the place to go for any kind of resistance. And they have decided that well, I'm not sure if they're going to continue doing it, but 3 or 4 weeks ago, they were going to create a Kitover resistance and a coalition to get you kicked off YouTube, which I thought was
you gotta be in the top, like, 0.01% of people on the internet. Like, you have a significant amount of devices, accounts. I might be friends with you and not even know it, and know what to do.
But actually, I find it funny that Edmund does this to the deep state patriots and to Amir, to be honest, because they all are super paranoid and they definitely don't want to be recorded or streamed or whatever, and they all think that they can take Edmund down.
There's quite a few
And
people that are
whenever they
upset
see
with
an
that.
anonymous in the room, they freak out. It's just so. I mean, I had this idea, and I wish that we had this anonymous thing in Europe, but they didn't launch it here. But we could all go as anonymous, you know, to the deep state patriots and just start reacting and put some giffies, you know, like Trump giffies or Trump hats or whatever, and they will all freak out. That would be so amazing.
You need to find a life, respectfully. Love you.
And Mendelsohn, somebody who came in and like, he's streaming your room, he's like, get fucking silent.
Well, there's like one group of people that want to like actually start to pursue like legal action against you. I don't think they can do anything, but.
No, I
Like, tell them, like, he's very pro-Israel, he doesn't hate Jews. And they're like, we don't care, he's gonna get someone killed. Yeah.
Oh my God, Sarah's gonna get people killed with all her stupidity. I can't believe how annoying she is.
Well, they let her be adopted, so probably killing people anyway.
That seemed to have one of the most annoying voices I've ever heard.
Sarah from England.
No, Sarah, Persian, Jewish.
Yours?
No, not.
Oh, okay. Why? Why is she gonna get?
Listen, people can claim all the insanity that they want about their security because I live stream on YouTube, but that doesn't justify how much time people are spending here and how stupid the conversations are and how unacademic
Well, and you're more
people are.
stupid because you're listening to all of them.
And just for the record, he's not gay. He just experimented. That's all.
I'm reading books now, actually, sometimes while I'm
Did he
listening.
unsubject it? I'll let it reflect in the record.
Yeah,
The records show that there's nothing gay about sucking dick. Allegedly.
Correct.
Yeah, Edmund, you're more retarded because you're listening to everyone.
No, that's not true. I've been reading books.
I got one of my AI bots at one point. I don't know how it did it, because I know some people that like could actually code, and they said you can't really do it. But one of their live streams was actually that somehow was actually able to pull the transcript from and download a live stream that you weren't able to download. But it like gave a very weird file and link that was only temporarily available. But dude, there's so much information there between other streams. You can blackmail people and put them against each other without them having any idea who's actually coordinating this. I mean, this is basically what the faggots do, to some extent. There's so much information on there. It's kind of wild.
Well, I am obsessed right now that I found out how to get AI to actually write HTML code for me. And I have started to redesign my website and my CV and some documents and stuff, and it's actually really, really cool.
There was an article.
That's right. Women use this for like therapy.
There was an article about how people are complaining
No, I'm using it for that right now.
It's basically
start new chats. The idea that you have this context window of every chat ever in one chat is it'll work. It'll perform better. It's wild when you told me that. It's kind of cute, like it, but it's like holy shit.
Oh yeah, I use it to help me like understand myself and my relationships. That's true.
It probably doesn't say anything bad about you, I would hope.
Oh yes, it does. Because I gave it orders to not, first of all, to not be woke. Second, not to tell me what it thinks that I want to hear. I want to like very objective responses. And I gave it very specific frameworks. Believe it or not, it's like, okay, Austrian School of Economics, like this is how you need to think. This is my filter. This is how I want to see things through.
Tell me what I want to hear, but tell me exactly like that.
Jung, but I gave it the filters that I wanted to use.
I get it. I'm for fun.
And it's actually very good.
You had some mention.
Do a jailbreak it first if you want to try to get it to actually like, because it's going to like tell an N-word, like, hey, you're an N-word. Stop being an N-word.
Yeah, but I don't need it.
So I still haven't found anyone that's talking about this. So if you throw it into voice mode, and I don't know if this is something just out of the training data, and this is why it does this, or if this is if that's the case, that's like not a unethical thing. That's fine, funny. Or if it's like someone